Coming up today on Studio 13 Live.
I'm just living proof that anybody can recover.
Driver on the Street is taking you to Washington's first Las Vegas-style tattoo shop in Tacoma. How the owner got to where he is today.
Plus, Tiffany Colors is showing us the best grooming tools and skincare routines for men.
Then, we're making rock and roll-themed cocktails with Screwdriver Bar, including their signature local celebrity drink.
And PCC is showing us how to make delicious spring recipes, including halibut, asparagus, and rhubarb. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, friends. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We're always happy to have you. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I am Brian McMillan, in for Mireya Garcia, who is still enjoying her wonderful vacation.
yes.
Today is National Humorous Day, where you're supposed to find humor in whatever situation comes your way.
I like that. Just a reminder to laugh at yourself.
Right, you gotta laugh at yourself. I love people who can laugh at themselves.
Me too.
That is that's a big green flag for me.
Yeah.
With any person that can do that.
I totally agree.
Yeah, if you don't
Great
take yourself
quality
too
in a
serious.
person.
All right. Mean Girls and the Notebook star Rachel McAdams is showing off her natural body in a new spread for Bustle magazine. Armpit hair included. She says it's all about keeping it real, especially now that she's a mother of two. McAdams asked the photos to be edited as little as possible and wanted to keep her armpit hair in them. It's causing quite the discussion on social media, with some saying that it's gross, others praising her for embracing her natural beauty. What do you think, Carly?
I think it's so cool she did this. She was definitely not the person I expected to do this at all. You know, knowing her as like Regina George and the different roles that she's played that are like traditionally, I guess, feminine. But I always think it's cool when girls just are like, say whatever to society norms. They let their leg hair grow out. They let their armpit hair grow out. I like shaving my armpits, but I think there's no reason that we would say, ew, it's so gross that a girl has armpit hair, but like guys are totally fine doing it. Like, make that make sense, you know?
It's not hurting. This isn't hurting anybody, right?
Right.
If it makes her happy, then do it.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
I totally agree.
Yeah. There you go. Don't take yourself too serious.
Yeah,
There's another thing.
National Humorous Day, y'all. All right, a reported 6.5 million people tuned in to watch the live Love is Blind Season 4 reunion special Sunday night. But as we've talked about, all we got was an error message and a 90-minute delay. And now we're finally learning what exactly went wrong in this whole thing. So Netflix's CEO says they missed a bug during internal testing.
You don't say.
It's a little vague, right? They apologized for the error. They said they hope to do more live events in the future.
It sounded like they were fixing some things that maybe went wrong behind the scenes with the Chris Rock special, which was also live. But they bought new things and then they didn't test them all together with all those millions of people watching. Right?
Yeah.
So you learn.
You live, you learn. Go ahead.
I was going to say, some mistakes you make, you know, where only you know, and some mistakes you make where millions of people know.
5 million people are sitting there refreshing, myself being one of them.
Right.
I love that Netflix was trying something new. I see why they want to do more live events. I think live content is really exciting, but we did not need a live reunion special. It felt so long, and I feel like I heard so much, but also so little from everyone there. And Andy Cohen, you know, who does all the Bravo reunion specials, he's like the #1 expert in this. I feel like he's, you know, he could teach a college class about the whole thing. And he was talking about it, and he was saying that you would never want to do a live reunion special because they sit there, like when they film their reunions for Bravo, they will spend an entire day filming them. And then sometimes he said it takes like 20 to 60 minutes to really dive into one topic to get people feeling really passionate about it, to get that TV gold. And then you want to edit it down for everybody.
Trim it down, get the best stuff.
Yeah, trim it down and get the best stuff. So what they're doing for like the Vanderpump Rules reunion, which I am very excited for, I've been fully invested in all the drama for that, is they filmed it already. They're going to break it down to 2 or 3 parts, air those edited down parts with the best little nuggets, and then if you want to go and watch that on like Peacock, you can watch the full uncut reunion.
There you go.
So
they edited the Friends reunion and stuff too. You're right?
Yeah,
like that worked out really well. The Friends reunion, we've seen a bunch of them like that. But
you live, you learn. Is that just the theme for today?
I think so. I think it is.
I feel like it. All right, after 25 years, Netflix is saying it's going to be stopping sending DVDs by mail. So they really changed the video rental industry with its red envelopes, which allowed customers to rent and return movies from home and without a time limit. Netflix says that the mailed DVDs paved the way for the company's shift to streaming content. The last DVDs are going to be mailed out in September. Consider this your warning.
Do you remember what the last Netflix DVD that you mailed back was?
I don't think I ever did the mailing DVD thing.
I was all about it.
Were you?
Oh yeah.
What was it?
I got the Blu-rays
What
and
was
stuff like
yours?
that. I was really into like TV series.
Yeah.
So I think it was Breaking Bad. I think that might have been the last one where I actually was getting them and I sent them back, and then I finally canceled it after that.
Yeah.
After they started, making their streaming catalog a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. This is the end of an era. I mean, 25 years going strong. That essentially shut down like Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And now you don't see Redbox anymore very much out there.
Yeah.
I
Not
think
that
they
often.
shut down.
I mean, I don't even have like a slot to play a DVD or a CD at this point. My car doesn't have a CD slot. My computer doesn't have a DVD or a CD slot.
Do you still have all your DVDs?
Player.
Do you still have
no,
you got
I don't
rid of
have
them. Oh.
I mean, I was never like a huge collector of DVDs or anything. Like I would rent them, return them, and then I don't know. But I don't really have any.
I have all these DVDs. I refuse to get rid of them because I'm like, I'll watch them someday.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna watch
Well, it's like
them.
you already own them. I felt that way. I went home during the pandemic, and my mom made me kind of go through all my bins in my basement there.
Yeah.
And I found all these CDs, and I was like, well, I feel bad throwing them away, but again,
Right.
like I don't have a way of playing them. But it's like an artifact at this point. It's like a little time capsule.
And now you could just, pull up your Spotify playlist and play the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Easier and faster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, and even more Netflix news. A new timeline has been released for when it will start cracking down on password sharing in the U.S. Netflix says it's planning a broad rollout of its password sharing fee in the second quarter of this year. And that means you either have to pay the fee to share your account or convince those using your password to get their own. Details on how much the fee is going to cost have not yet been revealed. This has been going on for so long. I have so many friends who have shared accounts.
Yeah.
And this is devastating to them. Many have said they're going to cancel Netflix. They're not going to use it anymore because of this.
It's just like saying, if this president gets elected, I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people are threatening this. And then the thing is, Netflix has already been doing this in 4 different countries, including Canada, and they say that the revenue is up. So I feel like it's working for them. It's just the old password sharing on Netflix is going to become one of those things like ClassPass, which was like unlimited workout classes for a flat fee for a month, which was awesome, like at all these different boutique studios, or Movie Pass, if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember you Movie Pass, yeah.
I remember 2019, I saw so many movies in theaters because it was like $10 a month, and it was just free. Like after that, you could see as many movies as you want, but we're just gonna have to, put this in with all
live with
those
it and
other
pay it now.
things.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much the
happening.
fees are if you want to do the password sharing thing. But
for sure.
My parents now are going to have to, get their own account.
Get their own account. Well, a new Wall Street Journal report is giving insight into how Spotify creates personalized playlists for users. So they rely on artificial intelligence to come up with the recommendations by using a collaborative filtering process on its musical database. It looks at when songs appear on the playlist and how often. Spotify also uses content-based filtering. The algorithm looks at release dates, the music label, and how loud the song is. That's interesting. To create a personalized experience. Spotify really does a good job at this too. I love Discover Weekly. I love Release Radar, where they kind of put together, you've listened to this artist before. Here's something new from them that you might have missed. So I'm surprised, I guess I'm not that surprised. I mean, I figured it was a computer doing it, but now hearing it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's only going to get better. We talked about this yesterday with the artificial intelligence. This is the good side of artificial intelligence, right? Like, because I always want to know about artists that I've never heard of before. I hear their music, based on stuff that I like. It's pretty neat that they can kind of figure and finagle all of that out. That's pretty neat stuff. Well, have you ever heard of greenwashing? Greenwashing is the new catfishing. Half the people surveyed in a new study pretend to be more environmentally sustainable when others are around. The survey also reveals that 54% are less likely to practice sustainable habits when alone. 45% have purchased an item just because it was marketed as sustainable only 27% are confident that they can tell if a company is genuinely green or just marketing it that way.
You know what this reminds me of? When you stay at a hotel and they're like, save the planet, and don't like put your towels on the ground so that we have to wash them. But it's just like saving them the labor, like maybe a teeny bit of water, but it's like them making it seem like you're doing a really good thing for the earth.
If the whole hotel did that for a month, then yes, it would.
Yes.
But if I put one towel on the ground, I agree. Do you ever put something in the recycling, or do you ever throw something that can be recycled in a garbage can? When maybe the option isn't very easy there, and you just kind of
if you have to carry it for a really long time. But I have carried home recyclable products before.
Of course you have.
If I could put it in my car or something like that, Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, with summer right around the corner, we have to start talking about traveling, specifically with your friends. Experts say trips with friends can be fun, but they can also change your relationship dynamic. So experts say that some of the reasons why include spending way more time together, seeing each other handle stress for the first time, money stuff. In order to protect your friendship, you should communicate expectations ahead of time before the pressure sets in. Do you like to travel with your friends?
I do. I have certain friends that will travel with. Okay, and I feel like
they've made the cut.
Because there's people that you can hang out with and have fun with for a night. Then there's people that you can hang out with and have fun for a full weekend. And so if we're ever traveling with friends that maybe it's a little harder to get along, maybe we have separate hotel rooms instead of sharing a house.
Oh, I've never done that, like a separate hotel room situation with a friend.
You still are vacationing, but you get your own space.
That's nice.
And then there's some friends where you want to share the space, and it's you're really tight. You can do this with family too, by the way.
Yeah.
You can separate them or have them all together. It depends on how everybody gets along.
Yeah.
But some friends are just not going to be travel friends. It's
Small dose friends.
It's like we all have that friend that you would never live with, right?
Yes.
Because they would drive you crazy. This is like the smaller version of that.
I mean, I think there's a lot of factors you have to think that you're compatible in. Like, is one person wanting to go out at night and party, or is one person wanting to just wake up early and exercise and get your coffee and walk around and take it easy? Is someone more outdoorsy, or is someone more of, not like that? There's so many
Or
different
does somebody
factors.
plan the day away or the whole weekend, to the T?
They want to have an itinerary.
Yes, and, or are you more of a relaxed, go with the flow kind of person? These are very important questions to ask yourself before you travel with somebody.
Definitely.
So,
Good to figure out. It gets me excited about summer traveling. All right, coming up, Screwdriver Bar is going to be showing us how to make their signature local celebrity drink.
This is really cool. Hear all about their basement rock and roll themed bar in an old recording studio. All right, it's time for Seattle Sips, where we highlight delicious drinks in our area.
And today we are joined by Chris Jones and Dave Flatman with Screwdriver Bar. Thanks for coming in.
What's up, guys?
Thanks for having us.
You guys have
Thanks for
cool
having
style. I'm into this.
Thank you.
So Screwdriver Bar opened in 2016.
Yep.
It's in Belltown. Tell us all about it.
It's a basement rock and roll bar. It's a shrine. It's a museum. It's a labor of love. It's an art project, and it's like stepping into Dave and I's mind, soul, heart, and it's everything that we love. If it's on the walls, we love it deeply, and it's just there's nothing like it.
What kind of things would we see on the walls, like museum-wise?
Records, old show posters. There's lots of velvet paintings of rock stars, Seattle and otherwise.
Cool.
Just anything related to music that we love.
Yeah.
It's grunge, it's country, it's British invasion, it's just all encompassing. It's just if it's musically and we love it, it goes in.
And speaking of grunge, this was formerly a recording studio, correct? During the
Absolutely.
grunge era.
Yeah, back in the late 80s, early 90s.
How cool. And, how do you honor that part with the bar?
Well, grunge is such an important musical touchstone in all rock and roll history, but also in Seattle history. And people come down all the time. People always come to Seattle to try to experience that, and we have nods to old Pearl Jam photographs was with Screwdriver Building in the background. We have Nirvana stuff. We just have a lot of grunge nods, but it's just kind of with everything in rock and roll. But we're very proud of grunge. We're very proud of Seattle, so we have to pay reverence to that. So there's
That's wonderful.
hundreds of nods in there to Seattle history.
Yeah,
I
that's
love it.
wonderful. And we're making 2 drinks today. What are we
Yep.
making first?
The first one we're going to make is we call the local celebrity. It's a tequila-based cocktail with some citrus, some ginger, a little tiki bitters, and Aperol.
Let's
Amazing.
do it.
Let's get into
let's do
it.
Make a couple of those.
All right, so the local celebrity, is this for any particular local celebrity?
It's kind of, we have a couple of good friends who would kind of show up while we were researching and developing this cocktail. Their timing was always perfect, so we kind of, as a nod to them, a little bit of a joke, called it the local celebrity.
Can we get their names, or is it a secret?
You know, it was kind of a rotating cast of
Okay.
people. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Belltown's a pretty small community, so
Sure.
little like, nod to some local heroes that people know in the neighborhood.
So what did you do there? The clear.
So that's our tequila. We just use a Blanco tequila.
We got a little bit of lime and
little
and then
lime,
what
some
was this?
pineapple, some ginger syrup,
Okay.
and then a little bit of Aperol.
Okay. What is Aperol?
Aperol is an Italian bitter liqueur.
Okay.
Kind of think along the lines of Campari, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
sure.
just kind of less bitter, less astringent, less in your face.
All right. Now what is
So
this?
it works. This is a tiki bitters, which is a really
Tiki.
cool bitters. Has a bunch of kind of barks and things that you would find in like Caribbean islands.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, adds a lot of cool notes to the cocktail.
Excellent. This is
Little
what put some
ice.
ice in, shake it
Yep,
up.
get a little
right?
ice in here, shake it up.
So cool. Do you know how to make a lot of drinks?
You know what? During the pandemic, that was like my skill that I learned. So I
cool.
learned how to make a bunch of drinks and,
Yeah.
got the shaker, the whole thing, and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
There you
I
go.
never bartended back in the day. So I don't
Me either.
yeah, but it was
So
fun. to
it's a
learn.
fun thing. Probably hit at parties.
Yeah. And now I am, yeah. You guys also have DJs that come in and spin vinyl, occasionally live music. Tell us about that part.
We do. We have at least probably 2 to 3 times a week. We have rock and roll DJs that come in and generally spin like 60s and 70s rock and roll. But we also have, the basement is kind of split up into 2. We also have another business called the Belltown Yacht Club, where we have partners with Teresa Hay and Ed Maloney, and it's a live music venue with about 150-person live music venue. So it's like Screwdriver is the shrine to rock and roll. Belltown Yacht Club is where the new music is made.
Cool.
And so they kind of work in cahoots with each other.
Love it.
In cahoots,
This is
I love
fantastic,
that.
by the way.
It is. It's strong.
Let's make the next one.
Yeah. Get the next one going.
I do
So
like.
what
I
is
can,
the next one?
I like. I can taste like it's almost like they got a little zing to it. You know what I mean? Little-
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one's called the spicy drink.
Okay.
Like I
The
said, it's
spicy
vodka based. We use this tamarind and chili infused vodka, which is super cool, just delicious. It's not
Interesting.
super spicy, but it has like a nice kick to it.
I never think of tamarind as like a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Oh.
Works
Like
very
just
well.
Always
just
good in
enough
sauces and
spice.
stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it also has the same ginger syrup we used in the first drink, so it has that kind of ginger kick to it also.
Okay.
It's healthy,
So it's
right?
healthy,
If there's
yeah.
ginger
Yeah,
in it,
it's good for
for your
you.
health.
Yeah, it's kind of what we figured. You know, it's still pretty early in the day, so
Yeah.
something healthy was
Got to
good.
work on that digestion system.
Exactly.
All that good stuff.
By the way, you guys have food too, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Dumplings and
We
all?
recently started doing steamed dumplings.
Oh.
We get them from a place down in the International District, Ping's Dumpling House.
Oh my God.
We just buy them from her, kind of bulk, and steam them to order. They're delicious,
That's
kind of fun,
amazing.
really good bar
so
food.
much.
Yeah. And trivia nights also?
Yeah.
Trivia nights, once a month we do, me and kind of our house DJ, Maxwell Edison, we do a approachably difficult trivia night where we pick a different genre. Like the first one was the British invasion, like the Beatles in the early 60s.
Yeah.
The last one was Led Zeppelin. We'll do another one next month, and it goes about 2 hours. It's educational, it's very fun, it's competitive, and it's just a good time. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
You can't make it a layup. You got to make it a little harder.
You got to make
Right.
people earn it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers, friend.
And what was
Cheers,
this
guys.
called again?
That's the spicy drink, or that spicy one. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, it's got a little kick to it, but it's not.
What's
it's
the
not like-
spicy thing in it again?
So it's that tamarind and chili vodka,
Tamarind and
then
chili.
the ginger syrup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot going on in this one, and I'm
There
all
is.
about it.
It's super refreshing. It's a good kind
Yeah.
of warm day cocktail.
Yeah,
That's
it,
awesome.
it kind of burns in a good way. It kinda
Yeah.
going down. I like this.
Yeah,
Anything else you want to tell people about your spot?
We're open 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Come on down to Belltown. It's a great community. It's a wonderful place, and it's kind of like the bar that it's a rock and roll bar, but everybody's welcome. and it's community-based, it's a safe space, and it's just a guaranteed fun time.
I love it. And you even got the bedazzled screwdrivers
Absolutely.
on your
Always have to
Cool.
stay on brand.
Would you encourage people to dress up like rock and roll for this?
Always.
Absolutely.
Always.
All right.
Go on down and rock it up, baby. Yes, Chris and Dave, thank you so much. We have a link to more information on the Screwdriver Bar up on our website. That is fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. Thanks so much, you guys. That was great. That was really great. And still ahead, coming up here on Studio 13 Live, the Seattle Kraken took home a win in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
We're going to get a look at all their playoff merch, so we're going to chat with them all about that after the break.
Cheers. Well, the Seattle Kraken defeated the Colorado Avalanche, their first game of the playoffs. There's so much excitement surrounding this team in just their second season.
Yeah, and today we are joined by Chief Marketing Officer Katie Townsend to tell us all about the fun things happening this week. Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me. What a day to be here.
I mean, come on. Yeah, we knew you were coming anyway. It would have been tougher after a loss, but I mean, come on.
We're feeling good.
First, playoff game that the Kraken have ever been in, and they win it last night here. They really brought it last night against the defending Stanley Cup champions. Talk to us about some of the fan experiences people can expect around the region this week here as we start to approach Saturday, which will be our first home playoff game.
Yep, for sure. This week is so much fun. So we have been out and about. Some of you may have seen Bowie doing a scavenger hunt on Saturday.
Yeah.
We were giving away tickets. We have had amazing watch parties. We have a network of bars called the Anchor Alliance. And so if people are like, I want to get out, I want to meet some hockey fans, and I want to watch the game, those are the bars to go to. Queen Anne Beer Hall and the 32 Bar and Grill.
Which, by the way, I've not been to 32 Bar and Grill, but the Queen Anne Beer Hall, that's just a crazy fun time.
And if you looked at the TV pictures from there last night, it was absolutely packed. So all of those bars are activating with our band there, Bowie there. The main thing is we are giving away tickets as well.
Okay.
So if you go to one of those watch parties, there is a chance to get your hands on one of those playoff tickets.
And this is the hottest ticket in town right
sure.
now. I mean, it's tough to get tickets for Saturday, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Right?
How do people get a list of all the bars that are participating in that?
That's a good question. So we have built a playoff hub. So if you go to nhl.com/Kraken and then look for the playoff hub, there is everything you need to know. So where you can buy your merchandise, where you can watch the game, how you can win tickets, where to watch the games on TV or listen on radio. So that is the main place for people who are thinking, like, maybe I haven't got into the Kraken yet. The Stanley Cup playoffs, best playoffs in sport.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally agree.
So intense, so dramatic. Like, now's the time to get involved.
Now's the time. I'm glad you brought up merch, too, because you've got some new playoff merch to show us.
We have. So I am wearing one of our playoff tops, which Stanley Cup logo on
Love
there,
it.
which, as Brian was just saying, like, now we can bring this
Let's just bring it
back
home.
to Seattle, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
We've got a ton of new T-shirts in the store, lots of big branding and that anchor mark, which everybody loves.
Yes.
And then we have done, I didn't bring one with me, but we've done an amazing collaboration with our friend Marshawn Lynch and his merchandise line, Beast Mode. So if you head into the store or head online, you can see what we've done with him. And they feature big Bowie images where it's kind of like a Bowie-Marshawn matchup.
Is it? And Marshawn is a minority owner now
Yes.
here, so that's that's the connection there.
Yep.
The Seattle Kraken organization is really working to make hockey accessible to all communities too. Can you tell us a little bit about the different watch parties that you're hosting at even libraries?
Yes.
That we talked about the bars,
Libraries.
but also libraries in King County, right?
Yep. So one of the things that we've tried to do from the beginning is make sure that everyone can get involved in the game. So coming to Kraken Community Iceplex is a great way to get started with skating. You can watch the games there. We've been into a ton of schools. I've actually had the best morning going to schools and surprising some teachers with tickets. Kids are playing floorball. And then, of course, you can go to a bar and watch, like I said, the Anchor Alliance, but something a bit different. We've partnered with some libraries, and you can find that list on our website as well. If you want to go, they will be showing the game. So somewhere that everyone can go for free and watch the Kraken playoff games.
I love that you're hooking up teachers, too. Much needed. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And Bowie, you mentioned earlier he's been running around. He did that scavenger hunt. What else is he up to this week? He's my favorite mascot, so I got to know where to
Bowie's
find
my
him.
buddy. Bowie always comes on, does the weather with me here for
He's
Good Day
so
Seattle.
fun.
We have a great time. Yeah, so, where can we find Bowie?
Well, Bowie had a busy day yesterday. He was at the airport. We did a partnership with Alaska Airlines, and he waved off the plane to Colorado. He's going to be at the watch parties tomorrow as well. I think he'll be at Queen Anne Beer Hall. And then we're planning, where do we send him on Friday? That's still in the works.
Okay.
And then Saturday, even if you don't have a ticket to the game, if you come down, there's going to be a ton of activations on the plaza around Climate Pledge Arena.
Okay.
We're so lucky that the amazing arena is in such a beautiful park.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a ton of activations out there, a screen where you can watch the game, Red Alert, our band will be out there, different things that people can get involved in. And we have some pairs of tickets, so if you show up there, you do have a chance for us to whisk you inside the building and actually watch the game.
Wow,
Love that.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Lots of surprises.
Oh, I know. But, well, the Kraken's mysterious,
Yeah.
right? So we like to be a kind of mysterious brand where you never know where we're gonna show up, and you never know what surprises we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Clinch of the playoffs is such a big deal, for any sports team, but especially a team in year 2. What does this mean to the guys, and what does this mean to you guys as an organization and just the city as a whole?
It's so interesting. I think for the guys who didn't have the best season last season, they came back with this determination that we were better than we played last year and we want to show people, and they've done that.
Yeah.
They've exceeded expectations already. For us as an organization, it's just a chance for more people to get involved in hockey and to get involved with the Kraken. And then for the city, I think playoffs mean so much. We've seen amazing moments in Seattle sports playoff history, and now the Kraken has the chance to create their own moments and to join those other amazing sports teams.
You're so right.
exciting.
I mean, yes, and it's not over yet.
Oh,
especially.
it's just getting started.
It's just getting started. Why don't we win tomorrow night? Take it home with
And
a
then
2-0
let's
lead.
Make it happen.
And then Saturday, Monday at Climate Pledge Arena.
It's going to be rocking, folks. Katie, thank you so much. We're going to have more information on the Kraken schedule and merch up on our website. That's fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. All right, and coming up next, it's time for Driver on the Street.
Yes, photojournalist Michael Driver is going to be taking us to Washington's first Las Vegas-style tattoo shop in Tacoma. He's telling us the owner's inspiring story of opening it. We'll be right back.
It's now time for one of our favorite segments with one of our favorite people.
Yes.
Driver on the Street.
Yeah, it's when photojournalist Michael Driver takes us out into the community to showcase the unique, inspiring, and feel-good things happening around us. Wait, what is happening
And
there?
what are you doing here, Michael?
It's just, the usual, getting ready to get a tattoo.
Yeah, the usual.
Casual.
You guys don't do what? You guys don't do Tattoo Wednesdays?
No,
Not
yet.
every Wednesday. No.
Come on, you got to start living life. This is life. This is therapy right here. This is therapy. So no, I am at Toughest Tacoma Tattoo in downtown Tacoma. This place is unique for so many different reasons, from the amazing artists they have here, from the art on the wall, to the fact that it's the only Las Vegas-style tattoo shop in the area. There's a window right there. People can walk down the sidewalk, watch people get tattooed. It's awesome. But that's not what this story is all about. It's about the person that made all this happen, how he had to cover up the scars of his past to get where he wanted to get to today. And he hopes that his story inspires others to never give up, to always push forward, and never stop doing what you want to do.
We're doing something different than no one else has done in the whole state of Washington before, a Las Vegas-style tattoo shop where people can actually come by and see somebody getting tattooed, and they want to be a part of it, and it's awesome.
I'm so excited to do this right now.
It's different, and it's working very well.
He always helps me strive to want to be better here.
I'm Curtis Wickstrom, and I'm the owner of Toughest Tacoma Tattoo and Get Right Studios. I love art, and it's nice to be able to provide environments for people to do art.
I'm so excited for you to look at this.
Watch them grow.
I have never felt more free because I get to do what I love every single day.
And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Always good vibes, always wants the best for everybody. Years ago, he would have never thought that he would be driving a Maserati and owning 2 tattoo shops.
It used to be really bad right here. I mean, there'd be tents everywhere. This brings back the memories right here, dude. We used to drop drugs out of that window in a fishing pole, and they'd hang down, and then someone would drive through and grab them, and then they'd put the money on the hook, and we'd just reel it back up. My best friend's dad made meth back here. This was a little bit longer than 6 years ago right here. This is where it all started back in the day. This is where it went big downhill. When I got to the lowest point, it was more or less the fact that I didn't care about anything else but getting high. You don't care about a roof, you don't care about running water, you don't care about having heat, you don't care about anything else but getting that drug and getting high. It was a real tough thing for my family, watching me suffer as bad as I was suffering, but they couldn't help me. Drugs was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what it becomes. It was the big turning point for me. Drug deal gone bad right here with one of my really good friends. We were right here when it happened. It turned out to be a shootout murder, and he was screaming, "Go, go, go," as the situation was going down. And I'll forever remember the way he was screaming it and how he was screaming it, and I put it on my arm to remind me to keep going when things get tough. Always keep going, no matter what. This is called the 811 house, and it's a clean and sober house. My room was back in the top corner. This is where I rebuilt my whole life, right here out of this house. I just wanted so many things for so long that the drugs just wouldn't let me reach. Sometimes when you have no hope left, it's crazy the things that can happen. There's a better life than out here, bro. It was the first time in my life I took the proper steps, and I left this house with a ridiculous amount of money saved. So steal from me. What am I gonna do today to grow more? Every day, that's my mentality. And how am I gonna help somebody? Oh yeah, are you guys all getting them?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He's what everybody aspires to be when they get out of addiction, and he made it through.
I'm just living proof that anybody can recover and come from a bad background or, you know, choices that they've made in life.
Nice.
My new drug is freedom, and it's very addictive. And you will not go back once you get a taste of it, and you'll do anything not to go back. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
So what are you waiting for? This is the place to be. If you've been wanting to get another tattoo, maybe it's your first tattoo, Toughest Tacoma Tattoo is where you want to get it done. This place is amazing. And guys, I need your opinion real quick. I've been stenciled. The tattoo part will be happening now. Tell me what you think. What do you think?
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
You gotta go through with it.
Well, my thing is, like, has Studio 13 ever looked this big? It's like Studio 13 apartment, bam, 3-bedroom home.
God.
Biceps, the gun show.
This was all just a reason to show off the muscles, wasn't it, Driver?
Oh my God, I love it.
Whenever I can.
Michael Driver, you are the best for so many reasons, but this is maybe the best one.
It looks like such a cool place and great people and all of that. Thank you so much, Michael.
These guys back here are awesome.
They are.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a really inspiring story today. We'll catch you next time. Keep flexing. I love it. All right, coming up on Studio 13 Live, our style expert Tiffany Colors showing us all the best techniques to take care of our skin.
And this time, it's all about the guys. So I'm gonna try some new products and toners to keep my face soft and glowing too, right?
Yeah.
Even the guys need it. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Don't gotta wait.
It's time for IDK, where we learn how to do something new. And for guys out there, we know that you need to take care of our face and our skin too. And today we're joined by our style expert, Tiffany Colors, who's gonna share all the best skincare advice for men, because believe it or not, men need skincare as well, don't we?
They do. And what's really awesome is that there's a brand new line that just launched this morning.
Okay.
And it was Seattle Sounders tested. So we've got it tested and approved by our very own Seattle Sounders. This line is called Bigger Than Beauty.
Okay.
And it doesn't have any scent, and it's gluten-free, and it's paraben-free, and it's got all the freeness to it.
Okay, great.
So, of course, it's going to make you younger, and it's going to help your skin be more resilient to all toxins that are out there.
So, and then this all goes above just, washing your face or like in the shower or something like that.
Above and beyond. I mean, above and beyond is, there's a cleanser. It's called the Bright Balance Cleanser. And what I like about this cleanser is it eats through your sunscreen. So that's why it's so important to cleanse your skin. Men, you got to wash off the sunscreen. You have to wash off your day. And so that's where we start.
Because what happens if we don't?
Your skin ages very quickly. Because your skin's trying to fight all the free radicals that are out there. And so while you're sleeping, your skin's trying to turn itself over. But if you've got dirt still on it, it's like, I can't even heal myself because I'm trying to get through this dirt.
Yes.
So we're cleansing.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next thing that we're doing, and this is what's in the Seattle Sounders locker room, is the toner. And it's called Moisture Flash. Are you ready to just feel it on your hand?
Yeah.
Give it a little smell.
Okay.
You feel hydrated. And what they like about it.
Doesn't really smell like anything.
Smells like nothing.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to use, so it's like no excuse. You can't be like, oh, I don't even want to open up the thing. You just actually just spray.
And what is it for?
And so what this does is it helps pH balance your skin. So if you've been sweating or you had a big night the night before and you're sweating out all the fun joy that you had, it goes ahead and it neutralizes all the toxins that are coming out of your skin. And it's pore refining. So if you're like, I don't know if you've looked at yourself and maybe you've got bigger pores on your nose from the day because you're just like, even travel, and it helps refresh and smooth. So that is our Moisture Flash Toner.
And I know that like some of us get like shiny foreheads, or especially if you have like, you know, maybe if you have a receding hairline or something, like up here, you get kind of shiny foreheads. Is there something that can help that out?
Yep, so what we'll do is we'll jump all the way over to here, and that is our Makeup Forever line. And that is our Shine Control, and it's a primer, so it's very see-through, it's very sheer, and you can put that all over your nose and you can put that all over your forehead, and it goes ahead and it neutralizes any shine. So it's not makeup, but it does help improve your skin. So now I'm going to jump back in.
Jump back.
We're jumping back in because I like that question. And we're going to use our Defying Gravity Moisturizer. So after your toner, you have to moisturize. So your cleanse, your toning, and then your moisturizing.
So just to put it simply, you wash your face, you
rebalance.
throw on some, you rebalance, and then you kind of get the moisturizing going, which it goes beyond like just lotion.
Totally. It goes beyond lotion. And then our two like ring dingers, we're going to throw these in there. These are your best ones. You've got Defying Gravity Eye Cream. And again, this is bigger than beauty, and you can get it on thrivecosmetics.com. And so this age-defying moisturizer, men are like, I don't know what to do with this. But what you want to do is you want to squeeze a little bit out, and you just want to tap it just underneath your eyes and around for those our smile lines. But what it does is it depuffs and it brightens. And so a lot of people have a whole bunch of different eye creams that target like under eye circles, or you're feeling tired like you were just talking about, or you need to depuff and you want to fill lines, and this does everything. So it's a one and done. So we don't have to give men a whole bunch of products and we're like, here, use all of these.
Yeah, I mean, because to be honest, like guys are probably not going to use a ton of products, right?
And you can use it once in the morning, and it has really great what is the word? It filler, and it goes ahead and it fills the lines for you all day. So it's hyaluronic acid. That's what I was thinking about. And so it goes ahead and it fills and it plumps. So it can help your skin have more elasticity so the line doesn't stay.
Nice.
And the other thing that's in the Seattle, our guys' locker room is this vitamin Sounders. Thank you. Our vitamin B5 lip balm. And what they like about this is that it has an SPF. It has vitamin B in it to fill and plump the lines. But it also isn't in a chapstick. So it's got that little tube. So they're talking about it melting in pockets and melting just in the sun. And what this does is it just is an easy squeeze out. You can put it on, and then it has an SPF.
It's nice having the sunscreen in there as well, with the SPF in there, because oftentimes in the summertime especially, you're out, you do the rest of yourself, but you're not doing the lips.
Totally. And I wanted you to just give it a little feel, because some people are like, I don't like the way that it is if it's a little tacky. It's not tacky. It's really smooth, hydrating, and dry. So that is how you keep
good too.
And that's called sunproof. So that's what I like about that. And then we'll jump back to that anti-shine that we were talking about. So after you cleansed and you toned and you moisturized and you eye primed and you lip balmed, that is when you go ahead and you throw on your shine control. And then you're
is that everywhere, or is that just in the shiny spots?
You know, I thank you for asking me that. So because this is a primer, you can actually spot treat it. So if you're a person that just gets really oily up in the hairline, or I have some men that they'll use a hair product or a hairspray, and then it will you'll get a little sweaty and it will kind of bleed down. What this will do is it will help stop that shine. So you can just put it on your hairline, and I know everybody needs a little bit on their nose, so you can go ahead and touch a little bit on your nose.
It's called the T-zone, isn't it?
Good job.
Here
Look at him.
and here. See, I listen to the ladies here. This is great. This is great.
If you were only going to do 2 things because you really want to minimize it, you're like, I don't want to do that, which I would prefer you to do, but you're like, I don't want to cleanse, and I'm definitely not going to moisturize.
Okay.
Then the 3, I'm going to say 3.
Okay.
Two things if you're just going with 2 is I would want you to tone and I would want you to use your eye cream.
Okay.
That's just going to be super helpful. The third thing, because I mean, kissing is great. Lip balm.
That's pretty great. Lip balm. All right, Tiffany, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, still ahead on Studio 13 Live, we're learning how to make fresh spring recipes with PCC Community Markets, including a delicious halibut, asparagus, and rhubarb recipe. Thanks so much, Tiffany. We'll be right back. It is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
Yeah, today we are joined by Robin Bellina with PCC Community Markets. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I know, like, when I think about spring, I'm thinking of like cherry blossoms and tulips, but talk to me about the food that's kind of at like peak season right now, and why is that important to eat?
So when I think about spring, I think about asparagus, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. You know, the weather's cold and rainy still, but asparagus just tastes like springtime, and we have an abundance of it right now.
We have a lot of it, don't? And I just had some the other night. It was so good. But what foods or ingredients are best to eat this time of year?
Right. So we've got asparagus, also rhubarb over here.
Okay. By the way, I did not know this is what a rhubarb looked like. I've only ever had it in things.
It looks like a celery.
It's like a celery stick.
We used to, growing up in Linwood, I used to grow this in our yard.
Really?
We always used to give it away. And the only thing my family ever put in it was like a pie, you know, so I've never had it in anything but pie, but there's other ways you can
Absolutely.
make it.
Rhubarb is really tart, so it's good to make it, to stew it or with baking, obviously, to help sweeten it up. So a lot of people bake it with strawberries or apples. You can also make compote out of it, and it's amazing with pork chops.
Really?
So
Absolutely.
cool.
Okay.
Well, let's dive in. What are we making today?
Yeah, so today, obviously we have our asparagus, and we've got some items that we have in our PCC delis right now, which is the asparagus ravioli and also the primavera risotto cakes.
Oh my God.
Look at those people. Look at that.
I've got some simple grilled asparagus here with chili flakes, and we're going to be serving today asparagus with halibut.
Okay.
So halibut is also in peak season right now. You can get it fresh in our stores between March and mid-November, and then frozen year-round. But fresh halibut available right now at your
Nothing better
neighborhood
than the
PCC.
fresh stuff, too, I gotta
Yes.
say. Yeah, when it's fresh.
So this recipe is super simple, super easy, right? It's one pan. That's all it takes. So
Nice
Brian,
and easy.
I'm actually going to ask you to help me out with
'Kay.
this. So I've got 3 tablespoons of melted butter here, and I've diced up some tomatoes, so I'm just going to add those in.
All right.
Carly, if you wouldn't mind zesting
Am I supposed to stir this?
Zesting.
Just
Okay.
Stir it up.
Okay, stir it up.
Yeah.
To zest, do
And
I
then
just
pass it to Carly.
zest into this?
Yes,
Okay.
Got it.
please.
So I just kind of
you go.
almost like I'm shredding it, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a microplane, and you'll just
there we
get some
go.
of that zest right in
Never
there.
zested anything before.
I'll stir. I'll keep stirring.
Okay.
I don't know.
You
if
just
I'm
tell
supposed
me when to
Great.
stop.
And then I'm going to hand you this knife, and if you wouldn't mind, cut it in half and squeezing the juice in.
I would love to. And I remember from a previous segment to like roll around the citrus to get all the juices
Yes,
out,
that
right?
helps a lot, actually. I'm going to add a 1/4 of a teaspoon of oregano,
Okay.
a 1/4 of a teaspoon of thyme.
Ooh.
Should I do the whole lime or just half?
That's great.
Okay.
You're getting it all over my hand.
Oh, sorry.
Are you going to take that, Brian, and then just spoon that right over the fish.
Okay, spoon it on the fish. Okay,
Yes.
here we go. All right, just right on
And
side.
then while he's doing that, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing with a lemon, please.
Oh, okay. Zest it
Zest it, but this time you can zest it right on your cutting board.
onto my cutting board. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
Okay,
Awesome.
this smells really good already. All right, all right.
So we're going to drizzle a little olive oil over that asparagus.
Okay, olive oil. Here we go. How much is a drizzle, by the way?
So about a tablespoon.
I've made
Just
something last night that
drizzle.
said a drizzle, and I think I put way too much. Is that too? Oh boy.
No, that's
Oh.
perfect. So the
Okay.
butter and the tomatoes are going to melt, and they're going to flavor
Okay,
that
then we're good.
asparagus
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Little salt, a little pepper.
Okay. All right. I'll do a little salt and pepper.
Fish too. And then that goes into a 450 oven for about 15-20 minutes. You know the halibut is done when it's flaky.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to take a fork to it and just flake it right off, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
So we're going to throw that into our magic oven down here.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me. And this is what you get.
Look at this.
There you go.
This is fantastic. Look at that. And honestly, this looks like it tastes very healthy too. You know what I mean? It
It
tastes
is
fresh and healthy.
light, but filling. It's delicious. My 8-year-old son loves it.
Oh, yeah.
We had it for dinner the other night.
Do we
and
have a
it's
fork, by the
So
way?
easy, one pan. We do.
Yeah, we do have a fork.
So what am I doing with this
I'm
lemon
going to
zest?
ask you to make the dressing for this shaved asparagus salad.
Oh, okay. I would love to.
So this is just simple raw asparagus. So we're going to use about medium-sized asparagus for the salad here. And you're just going to take your vegetable peeler and shave it. Some radishes. I've got a jar
Okay.
right there. It's got a 1/4 cup of olive oil.
All right.
We're going to add a lemon zest to it.
Add the lemon zest.
Perfect. And we're going to add this tablespoon of marjoram.
What is that?
Marjoram.
Marjoram.
Marjoram. What is that?
It's a fresh herb.
Oh, okay. Oh, it smells so good. I've never used that
Yeah.
or heard of it before.
And then a
clearly.
little drizzle of that balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic. Okay. So just like a
Just, yep.
A drizzle.
a drizzle.
You know,
Okay.
a drizzle.
A drizzle.
About a teaspoon or so.
How's that?
A little bit more.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
There we
That was
go.
just a drizz. Now that's a drizzle.
Now throw,
this from
throw your,
to
throw your
drizzle.
lid on there.
Okay.
Give it a good shake.
It's so easy to make your own dressing, isn't it?
It Oh my God,
it tastes so much better.
It does. It tastes
Now,
way better
right
too.
over the top of the salad.
Okay. This is really cool. It looks like, it doesn't look like asparagus because you peeled it. But what a cool
Yeah.
way to eat something really healthy and in a different way.
Definitely.
We're gonna add a little fresh goat cheese,
Okay.
a little bit of salt,
Look at that. That was
and a
amazing.
little cracked black pepper.
So good.
Can we hire you, by the way, to come over to our house? Can we try it?
Absolutely,
Is that
please
okay?
do, please
fork
do.
by
I
chance?
have a fork and I have a salad plate for you, Carly, as well.
You know what? I think you should probably just dig right into the big thing.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. We've got a link with more info.
Yes.
On PCC Community Markets up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13alive. I'm digging into this. So good. So good.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around.